So just whose side is Tennessee Chancellor Chris Haggerty on? It doesn't seem to be Joey Aguilar's. What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If you haven't watched this show before, I am going to do the intro a little differently, most because it's February. And at this point, dog, you know what adapt and respond is. And if you ain't subscribed, I have every right to hold that against you. But I'm not gonna. It's February. And we're talking about eligibility cases again in college football. Mess in college football. And the Joey Aguilar case is not like the Charles Bediako case. It's not like the Trinidad Chambliss case. Not because they're not all about eligibility and when the NCAA clock should start ticking and when it should end, which is wild. The Charles Bediako case is about when it should end, right? A dude that goes to play professional basketball for 3 years, returns to play college basketball, and then is shocked that there's an Alabama state judge that goes, nah. We not doing this. We not playing this game. You're done. And then Mississippi, you got more than a 40-minute filibuster from a judge that would only be a judge in Mississippi doing this type of stuff, who was talking about college football and not knowing nothing about college football, also so he could just say Trinidad Chambliss gets another year playing college football, though we can argue about the merits of his medical red shirt and not. Now we're on to Joey Aguilar, who seemed to have a judge with a good head on his shoulders who also said, hey, look, I'm not going to rule from the bench today, but you can expect me to have my opinion in very short order. What's interesting about this case, though, is who was put on the stand and what they had to say about it, and who's representing the NCAA, which is fighting Joey Aguilar in his year of eligibility here. So at issue is Joey Aguilar has played 4 years of college football. That started with a year of JUCO, then a year at, 2 years at JUCO, then, a year at JUCO, 2 years at Appalachian State, 1 year at Tennessee. My bad. And he's looking for a 5th year or 4th year, depending on who you want to talk to. If you don't believe that junior college football is a part of your NCAA clock, as it were, then you are flying in the face of 50, 60 years of us playing sports just in general. It's not just JUCO, right? It's FCS, it's D2, it's D3, it's NAIA. All these things count toward the same number of years to play college sports. You get 5 years to play 4. Always have, right? Now we're at a place where we've got folks arguing that your junior college experience should not count toward your FBS experience. The rules are the rules, and they're very clear, right? But that Cam Norris, attorney for Joey Aguilar and a UT fan, and UT have taken it this far. It's interesting, but it was clear to me for the first time that it's not the University of Tennessee that's pushing this. It's Joey Aguilar, right? Wants to play college football. And I don't think Tennessee is going to turn down their collar if he chooses to. But let's start with what Taylor Askew, who's the attorney for the NCAA, had to say about this. And he said, look, I love Tennessee football, but Tennessee is better than this. We don't have to go to court to get our guy back. We don't do that in Tennessee. Aguilar is a hero in Tennessee. We didn't even know who he was until Nico Iamaleava left. You're a hero to the kids around the city, but it doesn't mean the Vols get something everybody else doesn't, which I think is important context. Also, shout out to Trey Wallace, who did a really great job covering this event over the weekend, leading into the weekend. But that's one thing, right? That's a guy that played, or I should say went to Tennessee Tech and then graduated from UT Law, who really loves his job and loves Vols football. But I didn't know that it was going to be really Chancellor Chris Haggerty, who might have dropped the hammer on everything related to Joey Aguilar being able to play another year by just giving his opinion, which is essentially that he doesn't think that Joey Aguilar should be playing college football next year for anybody, let alone, the University of Tennessee. So what's interesting about this is the claims of how much money Joey Aguilar would be missing out on, right? Ballpark at $3 million in name, image, and likeness money. Whereas he has to go to the NFL, he might not even get drafted, right? We'd see that. But there were a lot of terms that were thrown about to try to realize Aguilar's lost money or money that's not earned. And every one of these data points is whimsy, wazi, fugazi, speculated, not friggin' real, because you don't have any data to show any of this is working. So Haggerty, who is the chancellor at Tennessee, put it this way. He said, I can't base my decision on conjecture and speculation. You don't hand out injunctions like popcorn. So tell me what proof you have to show me that the harm in this case, to Joey Aguilar, who I respect a great deal, and how it's affecting him. This is actually what the judge who ruled against Charles Bediako had to say as he was trying to turn over his opinion on what he thought should go down. Basically, you can't prove a loss of earnings if there was no loss of earnings. Like, you can't prove it. You can only say this was what it might be. And there's some that choose to believe you, and there's some that choose not to. And there's nothing in the law that says you sway one way or the other if you're the guy who makes a decision as a judge. That might be a foul up in the system, but that's what the system is. So if you went into this expecting to see, Tennessee pulling for their guy, it doesn't look like that's what you're going to get. I'm sure that Chancellor's going to get an earful, if he hadn't already, from Tennessee Volunteers fans who are going, yo, dog, whose side are you on? The decision will serve him well in the long term. It won't serve him well in the short term to say those things and to tell the truth. I genuinely believe that Joey Aguilar should not be allowed to play college football based on the rules as they should be interpreted and are. 5 years to play 4. Clock starts ticking the moment you start playing collegiate level athletics, right? Although, and with that, many of you make the point in the comments, and rightly so, hey, I got some eligibility left. Why can't I go back and play, right? If you never used any of your eligibility, like your NCAA clock never started ticking, you can go do that, dog. You can be the 45-year-old that joins the team as a freshman. But if you played even one semester college football, clock started ticking and it's over for you now, my guy. That's how that works. It should work the same way for Joey Aguilar. Now, that said, if he gets to play, he gets to play. And we'll play it as it lies. But as it stands right now, I'm having a really difficult time telling anybody that they're wrong on this one who doesn't just see the rules and say, we'll abide by them. Good grief. Is this where we are with college football? I keep asking this, man. Is this what you want the sport to be?